This is getting absolutely out of control. As I always do, I'm going to bring you to a 30,000 foot overview and I'm going to show you that we're all being played. If you don't know the game, you will get played. As you look this way, there's always another narrative going on this way. My name is Coach JV, and what I do is I work to make the complex simple. We've done thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of video, really breaking down our research, and everybody has the ability to do this. This is our biased opinion on this. And what I want to share with you guys is don't ever trust a word I say. Trust the feeling and vibration it creates in your body and act accordingly. What does that mean? The reason why I say that, and that's been quoted in articles, global publications, and they're like, why would he say that? Because we don't have discernment. The reason why this stuff is happening, because we're doing it all based on emotion. We're not doing it based on our gut. So as I present this information to you, this craziness going on with the SEC, use your discernment, use your gut. We are all being played, family. When I see this stuff, I am not shocked. Okay. So what's happening right now in the ecosystem? Remember, we wrote it down yesterday. First, they resist it, then they sue it, then they regulate it, then they join it. We're now going into, they went from cryptocurrencies a fraud, it's rat poisoning, it's the worst thing ever. As they built their distributed ledger technology, as their rich, wealthy clients could invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum, as BlackRock connects to Coinbase through Aladdin, as Coinbase is deep, and Coinbase isn't going anywhere, guys. I don't know what to believe. I know a lot of people are thinking, guys, they're deeply connected to the banking system. BlackRock is the largest asset manager in the world. JP Morgan holds 1 trillion of their assets. They're all interconnected. So as I present this to you, we're going to point out key players moving around the system. But here's the thing. Within about 6 months, we're going to forget about the Target debacle. We're going to forget about Kohl's and Bud Light because they have us in the squirrel mentality. We're in the Coliseum getting drunk off the wine. The Trojan horse is coming in. You'll have a whole nother narrative in 6 months, guys. Look how quickly the narrative switched. So Gary Gensler doesn't care that this stuff is being put out there. He is fulfilling a political and financial power agenda. That's all it is. He's part of the CFTC, the SEC, head of MIT for cryptocurrency, and now everything's a security. They can't play me on this stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm making methodical decisions inside and outside of cryptocurrency to number one, grow my wealth, to number two, secure my wealth, number three, protect my wealth, and number four, make sure that I can retire wealthy so I can actually live my life. And number five, let's add this in there so we can actually live during the years that we're alive and have energy. You know what I'm saying? We all wait till we're faced with death to start to live. We all wait to retire to start to live. And the fact is, most people aren't going to retire with enough money to survive. That's a fact. So inside of our Warrior Academy, we supported you guys with over 6,000 warriors worldwide, access to our portfolios, our exact blueprint, my 120-day challenge. I am now a licensed insurance agent. I have my IUL team that I'm building inside the Warrior Academy who can support you with understanding how to protect your wealth, surrounding myself with one of the best teams. If you click the description down below, you can join the Warrior Academy 7 days for free in 2023. Dive into it, see what it's all about. All right, so let's dive right into this, okay? I want to I'm going to share my perspective. It's my channel, right? I'm not going to hope. Hope is not a strategy. I'm going to share with you my perspective and why I've diversified outside of cryptocurrency. But I still, guys, I still have I'm still stacking my crypto. I'm not going away from crypto. Crypto is a massive opportunity for us. And it's a great opportunity right now. An opportunity for you at a very, 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 very low cost to make a good amount of money. Not get rich quick, but you have to have a game plan. So over the 4 years, us as a team, we have 27 team members now, our research team. We've matured over the last 4 years, and cryptocurrency just isn't our strategy. So what we've learned is I personally don't mix my investments with my retirement because of shit like this. They're always playing games with us. Okay. So what I do is I have an exit strategy. When these things go parabolic, I exit into things like IUL. People call it infinity banking, cash value policy. There's a lot of different names for it. But I think the most popular is infinity banking, index universal life insurance, where you can become your own bank. That's my lender of last resort. I'm not using it per se as a bank, but there's very powerful ways you can do that. I'm also using that as my generational wealth, and it protects your wealth. It also secures your principal. Nobody can touch it. And you can borrow against your own policy. You become your own bank. We have business diversified in business. We're in precious metals. We're getting into real estate. And then self development is one of our biggest things that we focus on. Okay. And we're in cryptocurrency. But you need to have a very strict plan because of stuff like this. They're going to play games with us all the time. So we know that the SEC sued Coinbase, alleges it's unregistered broker. Now, remember, the SEC is the one that gave Coinbase the ability to IPO. So let that sink in. Our first thing, let's digest that. So Coinbase went IPO on the stock market and the SEC approved them to IPO. So if they're selling unregistered securities, why the hell, Gary Gensler, SEC, would you allow them to go on to the stock exchange and IPO? So let that sink in. Okay. Then Brad Garlinghouse tweeted out, I put this on my page, June 6, 2023. If it was already clear, it should be now. If it wasn't clear, if it wasn't clear, it should be clear now. Gary Gensler's laughable pro-innovation stance, as he said today, is exactly opposite. Remember, what is Brad saying? When you look this way, they're doing something opposite this way. I've been telling you this for 2 years. This is what's happening. Okay. What this is also tells me is that the SEC is throwing lawsuits at the wall, hoping they distract from the agency's FTX debacle. I completely 100% agree with this. I completely 100% agree with Brad. They went after the most well-run crypto companies in the world, Ripple, okay, that's doing real world solves, working with real institutions. I think it's over 500 financial institutions they work with already. And they don't go after pump and dumps. They don't go after all these YouTubers and these people promoting these shit coins and all this stuff. But they're after this. They're after Ripple. So think about this. Okay, now let's pause and let's go over the players before I go into the next craziness. Okay, so Jay Clayton left the SEC to consult for a cryptocurrency fund. If you go and chat GBT, type in Jay Clayton and how many boards he sits on, and grab a cup of coffee because it's going to take a while. You're going to go step by step, and you're going to see how deeply interconnected Jay Clayton is, the one that initiated the case against Ripple, and he sits on the board of directors for the bank bail-in committees, and he also concerns for cryptocurrency companies. That's Jay Clayton, who initiated the case. Gary Gensler, who sits in the seat now, who is absolutely looking like a clown. He was part of the CFTC. He was part of the FMOC, which is regulating non-bank financial institutions in 2012. He also was the head MIT professor for cryptocurrency, this innovative technology. And there's video after video of him saying security, non-security, right? And the news we're about to share with you is going to blow your mind. It's going to absolutely blow your mind. Okay. So I'm just going to share this and then I'll get you into the next news because it's just like, it's getting crazy. But to me, this is great news. Here's why. Because I don't get caught up in the FUD, guys. This means the capital markets, they're getting ready to collapse this old traditional system, in my opinion. You're not going to lose all your money. Dollar's not going to disappear. Your bank account is not going to go to zero. They're transitioning us into a new digital type of way. Okay. So this is Senator Bill Hardy. He says the SEC is weaponizing their role to kill the industry. Allowing a company to list publicly and then stonewalling their attempts to register is indefensible. So what he's saying is that you're allowing them to IPO, but now you're stonewalling. It doesn't make any sense. But in the political world, it does, because we're all focused on this right now. All they got to do is create some other distractions. We're heading into civil war, guys. The war is going to be not even civil, but our global wars are going to be the distraction. Okay, that's going to be the catalyst to move us into this new financial system. This is it right here. So Binance lawyers allege SEC chair Gensler offered to serve as an advisor to crypto company in 2019. Let that sink in. According to new filing from Binance's lawyer, SEC chair Gary Gensler offered to be an advisor to the crypto exchange in 2019. You can't make this stuff up, family. You cannot make this stuff up. So he offered to be an advisor for Binance in 2019, and now he's viciously going after Binance. Gary, why would you apply for a job at Binance? SEC, why would you give Coinbase clarity to be on the stock exchange or to IPO if they're all selling unregistered securities? It's being exposed that this is all a political power agenda. These guys don't care about us, family. The banks don't care about us. The big bankers don't care about us. That's why I've taken my wealth into my own hands. Yes, I use a bank. I pay my taxes. I'm a good citizen. But I don't focus on waiting for Trump to come and save me. I'm not waiting for DeSantis to come back. I'm not waiting for Biden to have another term. Whatever it is, guys, there is nobody coming to save me. What I've done since 2020 is I've looked the other way and I've focused on myself. I've worked harder on myself than I do anything else. I've understood the money game at a very deep level. I took my family from completely falling apart in 2020 to financial freedom and now helping thousands of people worldwide do the same thing. There's nobody stopping you, warriors. There's nobody stopping you from being great. There's nobody stopping you from being powerful. What is stopping you is these emotional agendas you're being pulled into. That's what's stopping you. Right now, you can make a decision to go earn income. You don't have a lot of money right now. Go on Facebook Marketplace, go on Craigslist and get some free items and flip those things. Don't stop until you flip it. I started with flipping vacuums. I flipped it's on my YouTube channel a way long time ago. Me and my daughter, I had no money. I had my crypto portfolio. I wasn't touching that thing. I wasn't touching it. Thank God. I lost everything. Shut my business down. I flipped a vacuum, made 20 bucks, put it into Xrp. I flipped a couch. I mean, I started flipping free shit. I turned free shit into money and I put it in there, and then 10,000 became a couple thousand, or 10, and it multiplied. Then I started to understand the money game. I realized I was indoctrinated at a very, very deep level. There's no wealth in my family. So guess what? Poor parents have poor kids, rich parents have rich kids. So I had to rewire my brain and be more committed to the pain of change than staying the same. So I rewired my brain to wealth, and I held that energy for a long enough period of time, and I got access to new frequencies and new energies, and I hired mentors, and I just kept growing and growing and growing, and I will be a billionaire. I'm okay putting that on video, and you should be okay stating it to the universe what you're going to do. And the reason why I'm going to become a billionaire, because I've already lived it. I've already used the resources to help people. I've already been in that frequency field, and all I have to do is show up every single day and do what I need to do. Hard work, dedication, and discipline is what gets you to freedom. But it's not going to be easy, family. Like, for example, building what I built, my seven-figure ecosystem with all the socials and stuff, I've done 35,000 posts since 2017. Some people are like, I'm posting once a week to build my business. I post 7 times a day personally. My team together, we all post 20 times a day. Think about that for a moment. Your energy out is energy in. If you want to be a multimillionaire, that's great. But in the process of becoming a multimillionaire, it's more important on who you're becoming. So as we go into this new transition, this is all bullshit. These are all just dark, stuck in the worldly people. I don't judge them. I know this will piss a lot of you off, but I love my brother and sister. I love God with all my heart. Therefore, I have to love Gary Gensler. I have to love all these people, even though they're doing things damaging to our financial system. They're not damaging me, and they're not damaging my soul. I love every single human being. That's their relationship with God. That has nothing to do with me. But I'm able to see their game. I'm able to see what they're doing and make adjustments for my family, because I know when they look this way, there's something going on this way. And I've just done everything opposite. Not against the system. I'm not protesting. I'm not hurting people. I'm not being mean on my social medias and attacking people. I'm just pointing out some facts, figures, numbers, logic. These are all facts. This isn't assumptions. This is what they're doing. Gary Gensler applied for Binance to work for them, but now he's suing them. They allowed them to IPO on the normal regulated, system, but then they sue them. Like, can you see the hypocrisy? Can you see what's going on? So now that you know it's there, what are you going to do about it? We can fight about it. We can argue about it. We can post about it. We can, constantly get people to argue back and forth. But why don't we do something about it? And what that is, getting your shit together financially, creating a budget, taking advantage of the dips when they create the dips. That's all you have to do. Like, these guys have trillions of dollars. BlackRock has trillions of dollars. Our voices aren't going to override the financial system, okay, until we have the resources. And to have the resources, to know that you already have it. You already have the resources. I'm already wealthy. I'm already healthy. It's all here, fam. That's what they don't want you to know. Jesus went from village to village and saying, hey, pick up your mat and walk. You see all these people controlling you around here? That fountain's not going to save you. Trump coming back's not going to save you. There might be some different policies and maybe better taxes and things like that, but the fountain is not going to save you. Do you want to be healed? He said, yes. Then get your mat and walk. So, family, take your mat and walk. Make better decisions today. Do acts of kindness. Understand you are the most powerful human being that I've ever seen in my life. You have different fingerprint, different DNA. We're all meant to be special. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. As we always say, Warriors, rise. Love you guys.